Aleksi here, streaming once again, and this time I'm in an area I don't know much about. So this is Huopalahti, and because usually I just go to Helsinki, walk there, and you've probably been there already, and you know all the ins and outs. But now this is like a real, authentic Finnish experience because I'm walking in a local neighborhood, and now I'm quite sure we will be getting those where are the people, because as you can see we don't have the people. And it's also quite cool. Luckily I brought a jacket with me, but I'm still wearing shorts, which some people may find a little bit weird. And Alitser, terveisiltä Virosta. Kiitoksia. Astro on myös täällä. I always get messed up for talking too many languages at the same time. Justin also here. Moi. Cooper, hey man, nice legs, lol. Okay. That's the way how to compliment the Finn. A local gay market over here, grocery store.
Joo, siis tuolla sairaalassa.
Palma Cortes, Aleksi with a lot of eyes. Okay, great. Hello from Espoo. The real novice is also here. Hello everybody. I hope you're having a fantastic day out here, because we're gonna do some walks and maybe talk about a little bit dating. I decided to bring it up today. Of course I'm always open to take questions from different kinds of topics, but I thought that if I put dating in Finland in the topic, people will click. Yeah, so good to see you. Jose, cheers Alex, just moved to Finland, relocation course made everything so easy smooth. Thanks Jose, that's so great news, because I put a lot of thought and time for that course, and I'm really happy that people actually find that useful. Jose, would you be open to give like a testimonial about the course? Let me know. You can write me on email or Instagram, that would be great. So the new fantastic shirt looks good. Good stuff. But as you can see, we have a little bit autumn vibes already. And temperature's getting cooler definitely. But yeah, that's how life goes. The summer was damn hot, so I guess it's time for some cool down. Literally. Just moved to Finland, was looking for good tips on dating. Okay, Otto, you're on the right spot. So, I mean, if you have any questions about dating, of course I can give my experiences and thoughts. Shoot me, because dating is actually one of those topics I'm naturally interested in. I've always been, ever since I got to that age, and the dating dynamics in Finland especially, because we are kind of a little bit shy and reserved culture, So how do we actually get dates, and how do people meet, and all that things? That's always interesting topic. It's very difficult for sure. Finnish women seem very damaged. Okay, this is something I would be a little bit, I wouldn't say such things, because now we are generalizing. So maybe you have met 1 or 2 or 3, even 10 such people, but please don't generalize, because like in any country you can find awesome, cool, healthy people, but then also people who are maybe not doing that well. I'm in a relationship with a Finn year back, took some tip from your video back then. Okay, that's great. Yeah. But I mean, maybe the top tip I would give in general when it comes to dating Finns is start approaching, because people say that there's the personal space and the shy culture and everything, but I would forget that, because mofos with their loud cars. But yeah, the thing is that especially in daytime or in like live setting, not online dating, no one is approaching anyone. like really. But if someone does that, you will automatically stand out, and you don't really have to think of any scientific ways or like what you should say. You can just say like hi and give like a compliment to open the conversation and then go from there. I mean, that's really the easiest way to get about it. And dating is also a numbers game. So let's say, loud pause, just a second. So let's say you have 50 people, you approach 50 people, and maybe 5 out of them you will find 5 of them are not taken, you like, you connect with, and they also connect with you, and they're open for going on a date. So there are some people who kind of give up after 1, 2 or 3 tries, because if you have bad luck, they may just be taken, or they just maybe not be interested, or whatever reason. So not giving up is the top tip what I would give, like as a starters. And also in often or not often or not reset. So and not even okay, what I'm trying to say, hold on, I just need to think. I'm just letting my mouth do the actions and not my brain. So yep, so most of the time, okay, not most of the time, like sometimes a hello is all it just takes. And in my opinion, there are so many relationships and dates so many relationships and dates do not happen because neither one of the 2 people, or usually it's 2 people, I guess it could be also more than 2 people, is not taking action. So they may be too shy and maybe to overthink too much, but the other person, maybe their crush, also thinks the same way. So always taking action is the good way to do it. Hi Aleksi, good to catch the live. Emeka, thank you so much. We started dating, good stuff Gonzo. I have so many crazy Tinder. Yeah, I mean Tinder, online dating is also a good move to go about in dating, but you know, online dating is kind of designed for women, so it means that men have to put much more effort into their profiles to get attention, because ladies get so many matches, so many messages. I know, she says, exactly, I've lived here 8 years ago. I was taken aback that the orientation that Finns are high, don't worry, they don't talk, which is not good. Which was not good, hold on, I was taken back. Yeah, I mean that, I don't understand why some people say that don't talk to Finns because we don't talk to people. That's just BS. I mean that's the worst advice anyone can give, because think about it, we Finns, we are human, and we are created as social creatures. We have to have interaction and such. So if someone says that it's forbidden to say hello or hi or maybe give a compliment, that's just ridiculous. And if someone thinks or rejects you for giving a compliment, then that's their problem, not yours. A little bit random. If your Finn asks you to drink together, that's a good sign. That's definitely a good sign. Pamela is also here. My Pamela, we just celebrated 15th wedding anniversary. Approach a Finn for sure. That's how it worked for us. Great. So did you make first move, Pamela? Was it like that? Because I think I'm also top tip for ladies. Make a move on the guy or the person you like. Pamela says this. Okay, that's a live example that when a lady takes action, awesome things can happen. 15 years together, or 15th anniversary already. And also because as a guy, I would love it if a lady made the first move, because it never happens. It never happens. Of course now I'm taken at the moment, so please don't send any dating invitation at the moment. But I mean, for general, even if I was taken, someone just came and was like, hey, you seem like cute and blah blah blah, that would be great. That would be great, because it never happens. Maybe you get the point. finding girlfriend is really hard in Finland. Yep, I mean dating in general is kind of hard nowadays because we have the online dating and the social media things that make. I mean, I think the main problem with the online dating stuff is that let's go left here. That it raises the standards too high because it makes some people too accessible. So maybe you find someone interesting, but then behind the corner, just few swipes, just in a few swipes, you can find even more attractive or more interesting person, and then it's kind of like an endless cycle, and that's the main problem. So that's why I also what I used to advise is to approach in real life, because that doesn't happen. First of all, you can stand out, and you can connect. Okay, what I want to say, it's easier to connect with someone because you can see them, you can hear their voice, you can see their body language, all that kind of stuff. Funny, I heard from some girl in the north that I should not speak to people on the street. Okay, that's also an interesting point. In my opinion, it's okay to talk to people in the street. I have also done that in the past. But of course, in the street, some people may find it creepy, and depending how you do it. So I do understand why some people say that. But if you are discreet and okay, for example, what I have done in the past in the street, I have also a prank video where we did cheesy pickup lines in the street and people loved it. So it's you can find engineering pickup lines if you try it on YouTube. But I have just said like, hey, sorry, this is a little bit random, but I just had to tell you that you have such cute shoes, and with a big smile. And yeah, and then of course continue the conversation from there. I don't think there's anything wrong with as long as you just don't get too touchy, not too personal, and not too aggressive. So I do understand why some people may find it off-putting. Okay, can someone tell me where the hell I am? Hey guys, we are live. I'm glad I made it. Open Bob, thanks for joining. Thanks for joining. And by the way, now that we have some people, I have a free webinar about dating in Finland in 2 weeks. So it's free, and I will share tips and tricks and talk about more in depth what I'm talking now. Link in the description, you can sign up. And if you can't make it, don't worry, you will also get the replay afterwards. So make sure to sign up if you're into if you want to learn how to date those sexy Finnish guys and girls. Good stuff. What's the best way and fastest way to meet girls in Finland? I think it's just approaching people, going to places, leaving your apartment, and saying hello to people. Of course, bars and clubs and these kind of places are maybe the easiest because in those type of places people are used to chat with strangers. But I mean, you can actually approach anywhere, in the bookstore, in the grocery store, maybe not in the train or in the bus. That could be a little bit too, I mean, how would I say, it's like too close space. I wouldn't maybe at least go too aggressive over there. But the thing is that where you see people, it's also always an opportunity to say hi, in my opinion. Oh, Loretta, nice also. Moi. Need to do, guys, only some of them do, but it's really hard to keep the discussion going. Yeah, that's also one thing. Like, I guess keeping the, like Loretta said, keeping the conversation going can be sometimes a little bit challenging, but there are some ways how you can do that. And sometimes you can talk about your experiences yourself. I mean, you don't want to go entirely focus on you and not being interested in the partner at all. But I mean, sometimes with Finns you have to be a little bit patient and yeah, patience is the key. Alfred asks, do you think Finns will just switch to English? Even though you can speak Finnish not so well. I mean, it depends. Who is that? Oh, it wasn't for me. Is the bus is gonna let me go? Yes, it is. Thank you. Yeah, about Finnish switching to English. Well, it depends. If that happens, here's the thing. Just say that, hey, puhutaan suomea. Let's speak Finnish. That's you can. If they switch to English, it's not because they wanna be offensive or offend you. Instead, Finns usually try to keep things convenient for both sides. So they may think that it's easier for you to continue the conversation in English. But if you want to speak Finnish, just say puhutaan suomea. Let's speak Finnish. Even the guys, if a girl reply in Tinder, I open champagne, celebrate just for being replied. I can feel you there. I mean, that's the thing. Also on online dating for men, don't send hi, hello, what's up, how's it going as a first message, because you will never get reply. Instead, come up with a more original and unique opener, because ladies get those type of messages all the time. I have actually tried that. Like 5 years ago, I created a fake female profile just to see like how it is, and oh my goodness, things were kind of crazy, because like guys were bombarding like, hi, hello, how's it going, you're so cute, and I didn't even know what to do because I was so overwhelmed by these messages. Pamela says, don't rely on Tinder. What are your interests? Go do your hobbies. It is better than that way to start off already and something to talk about. Good. That's a good tip as well. That's a good tip as well. Getting a new hobby and finding people with similar interests makes it a little bit easier, because you have at least one option to connect, which is the interest. Do I need to do everything? Well, here's what I've also learned when it comes to dating, that I have to assume the responsibility to get things to make things happen. So whether it's approaching, asking for number, asking for a date, kissing, touching, these kind of things, because like let's say I'm interested in someone and I can feel that maybe, okay, in my case she, because as a straight guy, maybe I assume that she could be also interested in me. To find out, I have to make the move, because if I make the move, then I won't at least regret for doing nothing. Of course, if you keep taking action and the other person does not respond in any way after a while, then move on. It's not worth of your time. Actually, I met McGill on a singing app called Small, and I stood out from the rest because I didn't say hi bebe, but instead just said hi, I apologize if I fucked up the song wrong version. That's amazing example. Good stuff, Diego. Oh, I do reply when they write, but they usually have to start the convo. Yeah, that's the problem with Tinder. Good stuff, good stuff. Yeah, but it's very interesting to hear these success stories, because it proves that success can also happen. Thank you for being polite and answering. Now that's their problem if they don't know how to speak. Yeah, I mean, if you don't crack the shell, or you keep trying to crack the shell and nothing happens, then it's better just to move on. Because even in Finland we have those social, talkative guys and girls as well. So I would just keep moving on and taking action and meeting new people. Any recommendations for dating sites that is not Tinder? There is also an app called Bumble, which works pretty much like Tinder, but the lady has to make the first move. Actually, that's always been an interesting concept. And yep, it also works in Finland. I have used it in the past. But then there is this new dating app called Valo, which they have marketed as like the dating app for Christian people. But I'm not really sure if the religion is that important, but it's been marketed as dating app for people who really want to find a connection and true relationship. I would also check that out. I think it also works in Finnish. English it's called valo, like light in Finnish. I met the Finland. We are just two friends. Until 2 months later, we then talk about dating. Okay, interesting. It's for Christians, I think. Yeah, Risto, moi Risto. I have also heard that they market it as such app, but I think it would be also just interesting to try it out. Because Finnish people in general are not religious, and religion is not the thing people talk about really. Yeah, keep on sharing the experiences, questions. This is interesting stuff. Tinder is useless if you don't pay for Tinder Gold. I mean, yeah, I guess the Gold also brings some benefits. Probably that's why they made the app. Valo, with one L, Valo. Loredana says, I met this incredibly hot dude, but he says he's just into having fun. Any chance that that'll be anything else, or is he just dating one girl? Okay, first of all, I think it's a good thing that he actually told that right up from the bat. So, and if you're not looking, or if let's say if you're only looking for something more like a long-term stuff, then I would not waste my time on that guy. And also, my tip is that at least in my opinion, it's completely fine to bring, let's say, on dating apps or on the first date, like what kind of thing you're looking for. So let's say if you're looking for a long-term relationship, then bring that up. Because if the other person is not looking for that type of relationship, then you're wasting your time and theirs too. So for example, I remember this one case when I was chatting with this one woman. I think she was actually a follower of mine back in the day. And she was inviting me for a date, but then at that time I told that, okay, I'm flattered, sounds good, but at this time I'm not looking for anything serious. Is that okay for you? And she said that's fine. So then we already figured that out in the beginning, and neither one got false expectations. And that's what I would also recommend for you. If you're not sure what kind of relationship you're looking for, then you can also just say like, okay, I'm not really sure, I'm open. Let's just see what happens and go with the flow. Completely fine. Jasmine says, keep your intentions known. Yes, I think that's also one of the things what I would do. I love this title subject very much. Thank you. Oh, Valo doesn't seem to be available in my country. Yeah, it's a Finnish app. I forgot to mention, so that only helps if you're in Finland. Ujan says, why Finnish girls don't answer in Instagram? Great question again. So it really depends what you write, and if you're writing hi, hello, what's up, you're cute, these kind of things, then it's a little bit too superficial maybe. So I've actually never approached anyone on Instagram, but let's say if I see an interesting story, I would try to make like an interesting comment. Let's say if they go to karate, then I would maybe say like, oh wow, that's cool, how long have you been doing that? For example, like that. Now of course in my case, if I and yeah, also it depends on your Instagram profile. If you have 0 posts and like that, then it like if someone would send me something like that with 0 posts and everything, I would think like, is this some kind of scam? So that's what I would just this guy. I'm not sure what you think. Let me know. And where the hell I am, because I'm not paying any attention to the surroundings. Well, of course, like not bumping into anyone, but I have no clue where I am. You have to be honest with yourself about what you want, and it is not okay not to know all the time. Yes, and it's also okay to say that aloud, even if the other person does not match with that expectation, because you are also important, your time is also important, and you shouldn't just like please other people on your expense. That's what I'm saying. Oh, we just made it to the Finnish forest somehow. Look at the beautiful. It's hard for men because men look 80% of women, but women look only 20% of women. I've also heard that comparison. Have you ever been to Lempäälä? No, I haven't been to Lempäälä, but I have heard of it. Beautiful forest, yes. Finnish forest. Yep, good stuff. I don't want to sound too negative, but I'm very black-pilled about dating. What is this black-pilled? I've actually heard it a few times, but I never looked up the meaning. Maybe you can enlighten me. Yeah, in kind of general, not just in Finland. Yeah, I mean dating is difficult. Definitely. I'm dating a woman living in Finland right now. Things are going pretty smoothly. Heading there on 28th this month. After a year and a half being in the US. That's amazing. Oh. Hey, there's this cute bench over there. I'm just gonna sit down for a second to catch my breath and chat with you. Maybe enjoy the views. Not YouTube views, but oh, yeah. Oh, black pill means everything about look and genetics. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think looks definitely matter. Yes, this is Finnish mountain with a block of flats on the top. Okay, let's see what you guys have to say. More Jyväskylästä that just started my master program will be asking out classmates. I heard it's a pretty good way to find someone. Yeah, why not? With classmates, there's always the risk that if things do not go well, then it could be a little bit awkward. But it's okay then if you just say like, no worries, I just had to ask you because otherwise I would have regretted. No worries, all good. Because that actually happened to me in my first year in University of Jyväskylä. I used to study there, and I had a crush on my tutor. And then I think I asked her out on a text. She said no, but then I said okay. I just had to do it because otherwise I would have regretted. But all good, we can be friends or you know. The black pill isn't very amazing, gives you a reason to give up. Black pill, stop simping. Okay. I know some people that have been living in Finland for years but don't have a single Finnish friend, let alone a partner. I mean, that cannot happen. That definitely can happen. It also depends how active you are, because that it completely depends on that factor. How often you go out? Are you going into places where it's possible to meet people? how often you're opening conversations, breaking the ice, because Finnish people do not do that for you. In general, that's what I believe. Even as a Finnish person, if I want to meet people or break the ice, I have to do it myself. Brave Aleksi, yay! Good stuff. Where are you? This is. I'm not even not sure. I'm not even sure what area I started this in Huopalahti, but yeah, somewhere in Helsinki. Not interested in the clubbing scene. Yeah, you don't have to go to clubs. I would if I became single like that, I wouldn't go to bars and clubs. I would probably try dating apps and also approaching in the daytime. Where do Finnish girls like to go on first dates? This is actually a good question. So the first dates in general are kind of low investment dates, and that means that it's not something where you have to something inexpensive and something low threshold. So for example, going for a few drinks in a bar, or maybe for a coffee, maybe for a walk in the park. My favorite is going like a game of mini golf. Like all these kind of low threshold, low investment things, because we don't want to spend too much time and money for someone we are just getting to know to. Like the expensive stuff comes much later in the relationship, like expensive dinners in the restaurant, or also movies I wouldn't go, and these kind of things, not worth it in my opinion. I think I'm gonna have to get my jacket because I'm gonna put you this. Come on. It's a little bit windy here and I don't wanna catch a cold. Just a second. There we go. Okay, now I'm a little bit better equipped. Alright. So creepy laughter. I went to an arcade bar with one guy to see the sunset with another guy. Both were really nice. Great examples. Very good examples. Also, like for example with the arcade thing, if you have some kind of activity, that's always makes things a little bit more interesting because you can make it more playful, a little bit like a playful competition. That's always good, because let's say if you go for a coffee, then you're just sitting down and it's a little bit static. But if you have like some sort of activity, then it makes more interesting. You tell him openly your intentions. I think that's a good thing. Hey, Finnish girl, now we have some probably good insights. Not very experienced in dating. I've heard the expression leading on. How do I avoid doing that when I'm not interested in dating in a guy? Okay. So I guess this is about that you have a friend who is a guy, and you just want to tell him that you are not interested in a romantic way. Okay. I think again the best way is just to let them know, because I mean that can also be interesting in Finnish culture, because we don't really have this like chatty thing, or we don't open conversations that easily. But if someone does that to you, then you may think like, is this person actually interested in me because he or she is actively engaging in the conversation? Well, I think it's just better to tell like, hey, I just want to make sure that there's not going to be any misunderstandings. You're a cool person, but I just want to let you know that I'm not romantically interested in you. I'm not sure. I don't think that's too forward, in my opinion. What do you think? Let me know. Leading on. I'm not actually sure what this leading on means. But so, or are you? Let's say if you go on a date and then on the date you realize that you're not interested. I'm not sure. I think we need a little bit more context. You cannot really control how other people feel about it. That is probably one of the best life advice, by the way, this one. But you can clearly communicate that you aren't interested verbally. if necessary, to set boundaries. This is golden stuff. Let's give a big thumbs up for Akuma. That's because you cannot control how other people behave or think about you. So do not waste your time overthinking that. That's what I believe. Walk in the park, coffee dates have been always nice. One guy took me frisbee coffee. That's also a nice option. Finnish men don't even want their very own Finnish woman, so that says it's all. This is straight out of the mouth of number of Finnish men that I've spoken with. Yeah, again, there are this number of people who may think that. I'm not denying that, but it sounds like those type of men are not really good dating potential anyway. That's what I would feel. Why wouldn't Finnish men want Finnish women? That they are so hot. Yeah, I mean, there are also some Finnish women who complain about Finnish men and who prefer foreign men, for example, because foreign men are more assertive, they open conversation, they're more gentlemen. But again, in Finland we also have those gentlemen, assertive type, but maybe they are not so common. But they are worthwhile to look for, in my opinion. I also prefer straightforward. Do you think Finns are open to a rational approach? What does rational approach mean in this context? I think if you can explain a little bit more. Just be good and genuine people in general. Michael, that's awesome. Yeah. Just be good and genuine and positive. Like Finnish dating culture is about being positive, casual and relaxed, especially in the early stages. If you keep those in mind, I think that's good. Okay, let's keep moving. Okay. I'm actually really excited about this topic and really happy that you are engaging into this topic so much, because like I mentioned, I'm really like personally, like outside of the YouTube even, interested in this dating topic. Leading on is when you might accidentally or on purpose make someone think you like them when they are okay, this is an actual term. I didn't know that. But I think, again, being bold and upfront and honest. Aleksi started a dating site that helps more than just Tinder. You could add socialization supports for people to help with culture differences, to help Finnish people. Yeah, I mean, that's a fun idea. That's a fun idea. I think also luck needs to be involved. To find someone that looks the same way you do. This is also one of the another important concept, numbers game, because in dating, luck, random element and luck is always involved. Let me take an example. Okay, one of my ex-girlfriends, when I was studying in Tampere, I was in a student party, and that was the time when I was approaching girls and having fun, and you know what young people in their 20s do. And then I saw this girl in the club. She was walking down the stairs in the club, and I was talking with my other friends, and then I just said like, hey, I just have to go say hello to that lady, and we instantly clicked and connected from that point on. And that was just luck. And here's another profound life advice. Luck is when preparation meets the opportunity. And so how does it appear in this example? Because I had actually practiced approaching ladies. I was really shy back in like 12 years ago, but I actually practiced, that thing, to open conversations. And when life presented the opportunity her, and I said hi, boom, we were together for 1.5 years. And okay, this may sound a little bit like bragging, but she also told me on second or third date that I had her at hello. Okay, so what I want to say with that is that if I never had said hello to her, we probably would have never started talking. So that's what I really want to teach you, is that just do it, because you can never know when you hit the jackpot. and where the hell I am again. I don't know. Yep. So, but that's something what I really want to emphasize. Was she also shy? I think she was kind of. She wasn't really. She was like a regular. I think she was kind of like semi-talkative, which was one of the reasons why I liked her also. But I mean, because like I said, I have been approached first maybe 5 times in my life, and I'm now 30, almost 32. So that can easily tell, like, if I hadn't taken action, I mean, I'm not sure if I've had ever had those relationships in the past. You regret the things in life you didn't. Yes, Risto, this is also golden life advice. Because if you go say hi and you get rejected, then you can just say like, okay, at least I tried. I think Finns are gonna be always the toughest for me to get. I gave up. Yeah, don't give up, because you only need that one. You only need to find that one person who connects with you, likes you. You have good communication, maybe good sex life. That's also important. So you just need to find one person. Sometimes it may take years, but in the end, that's all it takes. Sanna Marin gets down and wild. Okay, changing topics. It's even easier to find a topic to talk about if you aren't Finn. That's also true. I mean, when I have been on a date with a non-Finnish woman, I've also found it much easier to find topics to talk about, because you can talk about cultural differences, her culture compared to Finnish culture and these kind of things, than, let's say, if I was on a date with a Finnish woman. That's also true. But there are many, I mean, I also had the problem in the past, like, to run out of things to say. But there are many of these exercises and things you can learn. So let me just check that I don't get run by a car. Just have to pay a little bit more extra attention here. Okay, good. But the thing is that you can actually practice your dating skills. And yeah, it may sound a bit weird, but I always thought, like when I was young, I thought that some people are just born natural and the other people are just left out. But no, because I was actually quite shy, as I told. But I actually learned realized that I can practice to be more social, or practice breaking the ice, or practice asking for a number, and practice setting up a date. You can practice these kind of things actually. Can a relationship work if we don't really talk a whole ton? We mostly watch YouTube and Netflix. I guess because you also have to kind of establish your relationship. I think the only possible challenge can be that can you communicate when you actually have to communicate, when there's, for example, problems, troubles, challenges. But you don't have to be blah 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 talking all the time, because you have to be you and you have to do you. But you really have to have the communication culture in your relationship. And we had Clark with $5 super chat. That's a super sticker actually, but I really appreciate the $5, and I'm not sure why I'll do this phone call hand gesture, but thank you so much. Really appreciate it. By the way, if you want to support the channel, there is this $ somewhere below here, and you can send any amount of money, and it will go to my long drink fund. No, just kidding. I should actually probably come up with some sort of goal, like, let's say if I get 100 euros worth of super chats, I will do something cool for you. I think I should come up with something like that. I am too old to get married now. I don't think any age is too late. But okay, I'm saying this as a guy in his 30s, but... And does someone know where I am? Also, is it different from Helsinki to Kajaani? Helsinki more outgoing, but Kajaani men are very quiet. Why is that? Also true, because Helsinki is more bustling, there's more people, because if in cities where there are more people, it's also more likely to find people you connect with, because and on the other hand, if there are less people, it's also less potential. That's just how it goes. William, I have a couple of family who got married in their 60s. Good stuff. Mindy, moi, hi from Minnesota. If hanging out, not necessarily talking, still feels like home. For both, you enjoy then talking from experience. Yeah. Betty says wise words. Get it. I see many pupus in Helsinki. Haven't seen rabbits in the street. Yeah, I have actually seen these bunny rabbits in close to residential areas lately. 44, there's simply nobody single, unattached, unmental. Yeah, I mean, you just have to keep looking. What's your most beloved town in Finland? What would I say? What's my favorite city? I think Helsinki is cool. It has the most. It offers the most. Golden retriever over there. Just sharing what I learned. Yep, exactly. That's good. William, I'm in my 30s in a big city in Finland. I don't think I'll ever meet anyone. Dating just sucks. Yeah, there are definitely those times, and sometimes it's just better to take some time off from dating and just focus on yourself. When does the fall weather set in there? Up in a month or so. You can see some yellow leaves. Well, maybe not here, not yet, but I would say in a couple of weeks. A while ago I tried Jalovina, burned, but not so bad. Yeah, Jalovina is the thing. Jallu, in short. Getting in Discord community with your interest and good make friends with Finns is also good. Yep, exactly. Are Finns open to dating foreigners? I think yes. I do think so. Also, here's one thing what I've learned from the new book Sex Before Coffee, the guide to dating in Scandinavia. And there was this term called foreign passport effect, which basically means that let's say you're non-Finn, you're in Finland, you want to get in the dating scene, people will find you more attractive because you are foreigner. And I do think that also applies in Finland, because okay, let's say if you approach in the street or in the daytime, that is very uncommon in Finland, but if a foreigner does that, they may think like, this is actually refreshing and like a new experience because it never happens, and they may have much more like a positive attitude towards that kind of stuff. Foreign passport effect. What Finnish women think of Estonian men? I don't think it's difficult to generalize. I don't think they have anything negative to say. You should do Finland tours on TikTok. What is Finland tour? Is it like just posting stuff on about Finland? Because I have a TikTok account. So then there should be tons of guys reaching out to me and coming to talk to me. Yeah, but again, that's the problem, because we Finns don't approach ourselves. But let's say if you approached, then they might think like, aha, what is this new? This has never happened before. Yeah, I also advise my Finnish female friends to, hey, sometimes it's maybe worthwhile to take action yourself. Cool. Hey, we have almost 100 followers. By the way, I'm having a Dating in Finland webinar, like a masterclass, in 2 weeks, and it's free. So you will learn ins and outs of the Finnish dating scene. Link in the description, and as I mentioned, it's free, and if you can't make it, you will at least get the replay afterwards. So make sure to sign up. Is online dating popular? I think so. Just what you're doing now. Okay, but I think I like YouTube more, to be honest. Nice place. I have friends that work in Tampere. Yes, Tampere is a nice city. Tampere is definitely... Okay, where are we now? Now, okay, this is good because I think we found a place where this station... But what station is this? Maybe I should ask someone, like, where I am. Where am I? Haga. Okay, I think we're in Haga. I think it's the same in Finland. Haga. There's a karaoke bar over there. What does perkele mean? It's a Finnish curse word. I'm not really sure what it means. There's like the number of theories for that, but okay, I can actually navigate with the sun, because sun sets in west, so then I can tell like where is north, for example. The F word in English. Actually, it's not the equivalent for that, but of course, it's in the same category. What do Finnish women value? Again, I'm not sure if I can speak for all Finnish women, but of course, from experience, I can say that Finnish women, they value confidence. Confident guys, for example. It's like a universal attractive quality, I believe. Sports channel, moi Aleksi. This country is so beautiful. Yes, it is. Apteek, pharmacy. Haha, I'm Romanian. There are people who find Nordics attractive. Yeah, I mean, you're not the only one. There are many. What's different is always attractive. Yep, opposites attract. That's how it works. I think it means devil. Yeah, it's something like that. Something like that. You're not too wrong. Kuntoklubi. It's like fitness club. And if you enjoyed the show so far, hit thumbs up. So if you're not confident, you're doomed. Not doomed, but I think if you build on your confidence, it will definitely increase your chances. And also, confidence is something you can practice, because with experience comes confidence. 12 years ago, like I was virgin until 21, which is quite late compared to Finnish standards. And I also felt like that way, but then I realized like I can practice social skills and become more confident that way, and believe me, it worked. I'm not saying I'm the most confident guy ever, but it has definitely boosted my confidence, because I just practiced approaching people, not only ladies but also groups of people and stuff like that. Watch more Africa, bro. Good stuff. 21 somewhere 30 40. Yep, I know. I'm not like begging for sympathy with that one, but like I think the average is like something like 16, 17 or 18. I felt really much pressure back then from my peers, but I was actually lucky that I discovered that age that you can practice. Hiprops was the code of fire in the Finnish mythology. Okay, you're talking about Perkele. I first thought that you were talking about me. I was like, whoa, this is some next level compliments. Nah, just kidding. I think you're in Lassila heading towards Kannelmäki. Okay, good that you guys can help me navigate. Also, don't whine about yourself like I'm not that handsome. Yep, because the thing is that with looks, I do understand we are just born like this. We cannot really do much about our looks. But one thing that what especially guys, and maybe why not girls, can do is that we can work on their style, like getting decent clothes that fit you, and fashion sense can do a lot. And also taking good care of yourself, you know, eating healthy, exercising, and also having goals and ambitions in your life. That's also important. And also personality, confidence. Also height is something that people often complain about. So never give up if you get rejected. Yes, that's good. That's definitely good. Do you guys have a mosquito problem? Not yet. Actually not anymore, because we're heading towards autumn. Are you from US? No, I'm Finnish. This channel also helps you to build even more social skills. You're doing interesting videos. Okay, thank you, Rista. Good stuff, good stuff. Yeah, but I mean, if you compare the dating scene, for example, what it used to be 50 years ago, because there was no internet, there was no phones, you just had to go out to dance places. Alex, it's time you become a father. Maybe one day, maybe one day. Maybe one day. Yes, this is Helsinki. Being a father is a big responsibility. Yep. No doubt about that. Kehä 1 itään. Okay, I can see the traffic signs now. Ella is also here. Moi Ella. With a big smile. Yeah, and you know, someone made this funny thing like Finns are shy on the dates, but not in the bedroom. Yeah, I don't know why. It's kind of funny because we do have this hookup culture, like one night stands, friends with benefits and stuff like that. But then at the same time, we are kind of shy when it comes down to emotions and things like that. It's always been kind of a bit interesting, or like very interesting, like why it works like that. No idea. Hey Teija, I can confirm, okay. Oops. Now I'm stranded here in the middle because lights turn left. Yep, you're near Kari shopping center. Okay. Hello from Estonia, tere tere. Hello from Israel, moi guy. Bendy buses, yeah, we have bendy buses. A Finnish girl, 31-year-old, told me she really likes me, but she decided to stay single. And she really means it. Okay, so there is a reason why she does not romantic relationship. And you know, sometimes that just happens. No matter how attractive and how do you everything right, there is sometimes just things don't go as planned and you may end up friend zoned or ghosted. and that's just how it is, unfortunately. Let's go. How difficult do you think Finnish immigration will be someone from the US? I think as difficult for anyone in any country outside of the EU. I guess. I cannot really say any more in detail without knowing more context. I've heard that Finnish girls do not wait very long if they like the person. I think that may be true, yes. I think Finnish ladies are a little bit better expressing their feelings and emotions. Definitely so. Aleksi, are you worried about the future situation? Well, just a little bit, but I mean, we've had inflation in the past also. So it's like something completely new in the history of Finland or the world for that matter. Do you think young girls don't like to be committed if they are 21 years old? Again, there are some girls who can be in a relationship and some girls who don't. That's just how it is. We cannot really make any assumptions. Are there Finnish community in Estonia? I'm sure there is. There has to be. Tallinn is full of Finns. So I've been just walking randomly in random directions and talking about dating with you. Oops, and there goes the bird. I have a Finnish boyfriend, but because we're in a long distance relationship, we're almost 1 year, we are over. Okay, sorry to hear that. Yeah, long distance relationships are not easy. I've also been into one with my ex-Japanese girlfriend. That wasn't easy. Yeah, that's Prisma over there. Okay, let's have a look at some of the traffic. I love the burp. Thank you, William. Does winter in Helsinki look completely different from summer? A little bit, yes. I met a nurse that married a Brit and cannot tolerate Finnish culture now. Okay. Yeah. I mean, there are some Finns who don't like Finnish culture or Finland. That's why they, for example, move out or emigrate. Yeah, that's a big shopping center over there. Do Finns mind if someone Buddhist, or must they be Christian as well? I don't know. Like, religion is always a little bit, I wouldn't say challenging, but because we Finns, we are not really religious people. But why not? I don't see why not. It's not impossible. If you are still genuinely good person and stuff like that, I don't see why not. Many Finns moved out to my country to find their partners or just have fun. Alright, yeah, I don't see any problem with that. Christmas is magical in Finland. Alfred, my advice is to find some people to spend it with, otherwise you can get pretty lonely. Aidan is also here. Moi Aidan. We're talking about dating, lots of interesting stuff here. I made my move pretty early when I met her, of course I moved on. Alright. I think it's always good to take action. Because then things are in your hands. You don't have to depend on luck or faith or fate or the other person. Do Finns chat in sauna? Yes. The less clothes Finns wear, the more social they get. Hello from St. Petersburg. Moi Artem. Happy to join your live stream again. Yeah, welcome. Thinking of what if it's so frustrating. Yep, that's the thing. And the worst thing that can happen is they just say no, or they may not say anything. And I mean, that doesn't sound too bad. Is it okay to date co-workers? Okay, this is a good question. I heard once this wisdom that don't shit where you eat. And what I mean by that is I would not date co-workers, because especially if it's someone you meet on a daily basis, because if things go bad, if things go south, then things can get awkward at work. But let's say if it was someone in different department or unit who you don't see on a regular basis, then maybe. But at the same time, I don't think it's completely uncommon to hear this työpaikka-romance, like this work romance, that two people met at work. It can definitely happen, but I wouldn't. That's not my number one place to go. Can confirm Lamau. My parents built a sauna and ordered palju. Loving it. My Finnish boyfriend approved. Good stuff. Good stuff. Sauna dates are awesome. Yeah. I mean, if we're talking about the bounce chicka wow stuff, I mean, okay, I've done it in the sauna, but I have to say that it's not the most enjoyable place, because it gets just too hot over there. But if it was a date and you're just there to enjoy the sauna naked, I mean, that could happen. Don't poop where you eat. Yeah, that's the thing. Are there a lot of Russians in Helsinki? I think there are some. Yeah. I don't know the exact numbers, but hard time, heavy breathing, I bet. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. I notice the Finnish people are very tolerant partners. If you are in a relationship with them, you make some mistake, like flirting with someone else, they will forgive. They will not cause drama. That's also very person dependent, and also what kind of rules the couple have established. So maybe flirting with someone is not a huge offense. Kissing, maybe much more big offense. So it depends. And of course, mistakes can happen. But yeah, there can be definitely drama, especially among younger people. But so it's difficult to say. Very difficult to say. You are a legend. Thank you, El Capitano. Here's something I want to research. Would the common still be effective in the sauna? Okay, let's research for research purposes. I mean, probably someone has done some research. Can condom last heat? Maybe you can find something on Google. I don't know. My Finnish boyfriend hates condoms so much, as some other Finns, I think. Yeah, I'm not sure. Depends. Of course, you have to stay safe. Like my dear followers and my dear sexy followers, do not do not forget protection. Do Finnish girls mad about showing feelings openly? I don't see any problem with that, in my opinion. It just depends. I wouldn't confess love early, because I mean this feelings confession is not really a huge thing. So rather we kind of build the relationship slowly, and then at some point we just realize, oh, I think we like each other, should we be together? Then sure. Okay, yeah, okay, a little bit straightforward, but something like that. So instead of saying, okay, well, it depends. Let's say you've never been on a date. Instead of saying like, hey, I like you, you're so beautiful, gorgeous, I want to take you on a date. I would say that's kind of un-Finnish. And instead what I would say like, hey, you seem like a cool person, and I'd like to get to know you better. Let's meet someday. For example, something like that. But of course, it also depends. Do you think hiking dates are a possibility? Yeah, why not? Why not? Oh, where the heck am I? Oh, I have to make sure that I can actually make my way back home also. Would women love with ears? Not sure what that means. Maybe you can involve a lady with you at the dating seminar for a separate perspective. That's a great idea. I think, for example, we have done dating with Varpu from her Finland, and we actually had a video call yesterday, and we thought about doing an updated version of that. Dark question. Finns and PDSM, are they the kinky type? Love this question. I mean, I can just say that Finns are kind of naughty behind the scenes. It's kind of weird because we seem kind of like a shy and reserved, but you know, once you get to know them, some naughty stuff can definitely happen. You are in Kannelmäki, okay. I think Finn guys prefer foreign girls, especially Americans, who's saying lol. Yeah, I mean, definitely. Foreign passport effect, remember that. What's the time? 7:30. Alright. Did I disable my comments? Okay. Yeah, I mean, for example, if you ask like, do I like foreign girls? It doesn't really come down to the fact like what's her nationality. More like how she is a person. Now, of course, dating a foreigner can be always exciting and interesting. But like, if you think about the long-term stuff. More like good to have made it for the live walk. Moi George. Yeah, but Finns are naughty. But I mean, being naughty is kind of natural, isn't it? Right? So I guess that's nothing sort of weird or something like that. There we go. I dare you to hit up any girl pass by with a cringe line. I have made a video about those. Like maybe you know, I used to have a prank channel back in the day, and we did this engineering pickup lines video, and it's still on YouTube. It's actually quite funny. And we have subtitles and everything, so just type in engineer pickup lines YouTube, you should find it. Hey Aidan, $5. Have you ever heard people cheat in company parties? I sound they would be pretending. Okay, first of all, Aidan, thank you for the $5. Really appreciate it. And the question was interesting, this company parties, Christmas parties. So yes, so in November we start this pre-Christmas season, And basically this pre-Christmas parties is like this very informal party where you just get together, do some activity and get also drunk. And also companies organize these hobby circles, non-profits, you name it, friends. And it's not very uncommon to see these headline articles that where people cheated on these parties. Of course, again, it's not like everyone does that, but it's kind of like a possible scenario because you know with your coworkers you know them because you're working together, then you get a little bit drunk and maybe you had some trouble at your relationship and then boom. So if someone asks us if does that happen, I have to say honestly that it does happen. I have also witnessed that in my previous job, so it can happen. No kink, no fun. Good stuff. I like this open-minded discussion. I think the key to successfully dating any girl is to approach her and have the right amount of confidence to ask her out. Maybe I think this is good. This is very solid advice. This is how I would also go. So if you see someone interesting, I don't think you should be too shy about expressing your interest. So as I mentioned, I have approached in the street or in the bookstore and I have, for example, said like, hey, you have really cute shoes, or you have a really good fashion sense, or things like that. I mean, that's cool. So, but don't be too creepy. So for example, don't say like, you have nice tits, or you're so beautiful. If you get if you get too personal too soon, it's a little bit too much, you know. Yep, I think that's how it works. Go with your lover or partner to the Christmas party. Yeah, I mean, but the thing is that it's only for the company, the employers. It's not usually, they are not avec. That's a good addition. I filmed a testimonial video soon. Okay, Adam, that's great. That's great. I was wondering if I should ask you about that, but I really appreciate it. Talk to you soon. Talk to you soon. Great echo on the bridge. Yep, that felt like a tunnel. Shoveli, hello everyone. Hello, and welcome. Ooh. Good stuff, good stuff. Have you had cold? In my life I had, but recently, not sure. Where is this place? I think this is Kannelmäki. You sound sniffy. Yeah, actually, I have a little bit runny nose at the moment. Regarding approaching random foreign people, everybody likes to hear something nice. Just approach. What can happen in the worst case? Being rejected and seeing... Oops, that's my mom calling. Being rejected and never seeing each other again. This is how it goes. What's the worst thing that can happen? Have you ever met a drunk on the street? Yes. I mean, rarely, but sometimes. Any tips so your partner won't cheat in the company party? I mean, if your relationship is in good hands or in good standing, then you don't have to worry about it. That's just, I mean, people don't cheat just because there are opportunities to cheat, right? But if your relationship is doing fine, you don't have big problems, then you don't have to be worried about it. That's what I believe. For example, my girlfriend, she goes to parties sometimes with her friends, and I don't mind because I trust her and I know that she knows how to behave, so no problemo. It's better not always praise Sweden in front of Finns. I mean, yeah, this is very cultural stuff. Well, it depends on the context. Like, there are these funny videos where you think like, where you see that if you praise Sweden in front of Finns, they will kick your ass. I mean, it doesn't really happen, but they may feel a little bit offended. But if you have like a really constructive discussion, for example, Swedes make better music than Finns. There are many good examples like Swedish House Mafia, ABBA. What do we have? Europe. Of course, Finnish has also good artists, but I think Sweden has had more international success. And as a Finn, I can say that because that's true. That's true. Of course, the taste of music is of course individual thing, but you know, ABBA, yeah, ABBA is good, classic. Thank you. Yeah, as long as they don't behave and don't dance intimately. Yeah, and it also depends. If you have set the rule that dancing intimately is rule breaking, then it is. Google is also why Finns are so shy with strangers. If you meet a girl while walking, start a conversation. Greetings from Peru. Yeah, I mean, the thing is that we just don't have the small talk culture. And I read the book again from Sex Before Coffee, Dating Guide to Scandinavia. There was this one Norwegian guy who said that why Finns are a little bit passive. Hold on, there was two examples. First of all is that we are raised from a young age to respect women. So, and maybe we maybe grow with the fact that like we probably overthink that. So if we want to approach someone, we may think that we are being too intrusive because we are taught at a young age to respect ladies, you know. And then of course because we have the shy social culture in general, so these two factors kind of probably is the result. It does make sense to me a little bit. Oh Mo, we can get to Tampere, but that's a little bit too far. As a Turk, I am a small talk master. Mükemmel. It's kind of quiet there, don't you get scared? No, Finland is a safe country. I kind of feel scared to walk. Yeah, but in Finland, well, of course, you can never be 100% safe, but 99.99%. Yeah, in Finland you don't have to be worried about. Tampere is never too far to go. Yep, Tampere is a good city. Hey, Craig is also here. What's up, man? New game coming out. Finnish folklore beliefs among the trolls. I think I have seen something though. Something like trailers. Watch out for yourself. Look after yourself. Yeah, I mean, keeping common sense with you, but in general, Finland is safe. Is it impossible to get snapped? What does getting snapped mean? Does it mean to get like mugged or someone tries to steal you something? Actually, I'm not from Tampere. I'm from Kokkola, but I used to live in Tampere 6 years. Just a quick clarification. Yeah, no worries, no worries. In America they say respect is earned. So basically they don't respect women unless they earn it. Okay, not sure what that means. Is there any type of racism for immigrants? Well, I would lie if I would say there's no racism in Finland. But I think racism exists everywhere. And I'm not saying this to justify racism, by the way. But I'm just saying that if you went to Sweden or Norway or Germany, it's always a little bit more difficult for foreigners. That's just how it goes. Like if I went to Germany or France, of course things would be a little bit more difficult for me. That's what I feel. What do you feel? I'm wondering if divorced individuals find it impossible to date. Asking for a friend. I wouldn't say not no. I would say it's possible, definitely, because even Finnish divorced people date. So I don't see any reason why you wouldn't, or your friend would not have chances to date in Finland as a divorced person. No worries. If a girl comes to your way, talk to her if it's a challenge. Haha. Nice. I think Finland's much more tolerant to foreigners compared to other Nordic countries. Okay, that's good news. Nice to hear. Planning to go there next year for study. Love from Bangladesh. Good stuff, Mosher. I think Canada is the best country immigrants because there is no racism. Okay, good stuff for Canada. Moi from Mexico. Moi Regia. Regia, did I pronounce your name correctly? Aleksi, why is Finland the happiest country in the world? Well, I have made videos about that. And of course, it's just like a study that tries to quantify happiness. Seriously, now I've been to Finland for the second time this summer. Beautiful country. They love the fact I'm from Israel. Okay, that's nice. I've also heard from Africans they love Finnish women. Do they act like a man? Yeah, I mean, Finnish relationships are kind of equal. So, for example, in my relationship, I also cook, I also clean, I also take out the trash, and my girlfriend also works. So, good stuff. Is there single mothers with ridiculous standards? I don't know. I think some people do raise the standards a little bit too high. I can at least navigate with the sun. Finns are silent rivers that run deep. Okay, that's some deep insights right there. By the way, can you hear my footsteps when I'm walking in the stream? Yes, I can hear your footsteps. Okay, nice. Autumn is coming. Good vibe on this stream. Yep, autumn is on its way. ASMR footsteps. Is suicide common in Finland among young people? Well, there are statistics. I also made a video about where I scratched this topic. What exactly is Stockman? Stockman is a Finnish department store with 2 K's. Is it? No, 2 M's. I want to do my masters in Finland. Are there any scholarships? My friend Oliver from the channel Road to Finnish has good content on this. Unfortunately, I'm just a regular random Finnish dude, so I don't know much about those, but Oliver probably has some info. Why do Finns freak out when they find out I'm a guy that's British? Okay, so that means that they are expecting you to be from somewhere else, because they are surprised. But what were they expecting? Do you know? Are you in Helsinki? Yes. Do you know any foreign guy who married a Finnish woman and have kids? Probably, I'm sure there has to be those type of people also. I know couples. Actually, yes, I know a friend of mine probably. He's married with 2 kids and 2 dogs. And I think he's living in Tampere or Lempäälä. Phone ringing. Why is there many young people working in restaurants? Probably because they can earn money. Okay, I don't want to sound condescending or offending with that. But because that's their current job and they can make money, maybe they are still in school, working there part-time. There could be many reasons. Do Finland need immigrants? Their citizens like immigrants. Yes, Finland needs immigrants because their population is declining. Does your friend only speak English to kids then? I think he speaks English and his native language probably. Or at least that's what I would do, because then the kids would learn 2 languages, actually 3. How are you dealing with the drought? We don't have drought here actually. Yeah, dating clickbait. Well, we have been actually talking dating, so it's not completely clickbait. Hey, can we get to 100 likes? We need 60 more. Let's do it. For the YouTube algorithm. Slendis is also here. Moro moro. Pitkästä aikaa. Mikä meininki? Hey, we have some signs here. Let's see where we are. Okay, Kaivoksella, Myyrmäki, Kannelmäki, Leppävaara are the signs we can find here. Alright, good stuff. Sharing your video so you can get 100 likes. Thank you, Mosher. Really appreciate it. And just a quick reminder, I have a masterclass about dating in Finland in 2 weeks. Link in the description, you can sign up for free. And I will be teaching more tips and tricks on the Finnish dating culture. So make sure to sign up and I'll see you there. Came to here to say I visited once and I found the man super handsome. GM, that's awesome. Reach 100 likes. I have 99, but probably maybe it's just lag. When it will snow there, probably in I would say December. Foreigners in Finland has a podcast about Finland. They have Finnish girlfriends and have talked about dating too. Yes, Yasmin, I have seen the video and I also know the channel. I'll make sure you'll have a video and written testimony when your course will launch in 2 weeks. And thank you so much, really appreciate it. Good stuff, good stuff. No juu, mikäs tässä kaveriporukka Briteistä ahistuneena kun lissun tila mennyt heikoksi suku kerääntynä ympärille, en halua maalla piruja seinille, but all your Brits here hanging there, okay. In Helsinki we have 50% chance of snow by Christmas. Hey, we have some horse stall or something here because yeah, there are some horses in the over there. That's interesting. Did I zoom out? No, this still looks zoom in. There we go. Aleksi is a tongue master, very good at Finnish. Yeah, I mean, it helps when it's your native language. Elikkäs siis tästä Britannian kuningatar tuntuu vetelemään viimeisen. Niin taisi olla joo. The Queen of Britain is not doing well. Is Copenhagen more expensive than Helsinki? To be honest, I don't know, but I think it's a similar price level, I'd say. Karleby. What about Karleby? Yes, I'm from Karleby. Is anyone in love? Okay, this is now we're getting into profound stuff. I mean, you know, the concept of love is it's actually quite interesting thing, especially when you have more established relationship. What is love? Baby, don't hurt me no more. I actually sang it in karaoke a few times ago. Is it expected for men to pay on the first date? This is a great question again. Godsag, you have actually put very good questions in today's stream. So, when it comes down to first date, it's actually common to split the bill. And this is also one of the reasons why we have very inexpensive, low threshold first dates, because we don't want to pay too much on for a person we're just getting to know. And actually, it's quite common to split the bill. So there are some ladies who may get offended if you offer to pay for them. And the reason is that because of the equality, and they may also feel that do they now owe you something because you paid for them. Now, of course, there are also some women who appreciate it. There are also some men who also offer to pay. But for example, I am I'm the type of guy who does not pay on the first date, so we split. There are also some other options. You can, for example, say that, okay, I paid this round, you get the next drinks. Or if you go to a picnic, I'll bring the drinks, you bring the food. These kind of things. So it really depends, but I would say splitting the bill is more common, in my opinion. It comes in waves when you've been together a long time. Sometimes you can't wait to see each other. Yeah, I think that makes sense. What does mussukka mean? Mussukka is this like a funny word you say for your loved one. I'm not sure what would be the equivalent in English, but in English, Finnish guy here. Good stuff. Aleksi, do you like Andrew Tate? Okay, I've seen his content, and I think it's a little bit like unorthodox. I don't really like the way he talks about women and stuff. Sweetheart, darling, yep, I think those are good examples. Ooh. I think Nordic countries except Sweden are the most homogeneous country in Europe. I don't know, maybe there are some statistics about that. Kulta or kultaseni. Yeah. I mean, Finnish guys don't also use this lellittelynimi like this darling, dear, honey, I believe. Oh, it depends on the person, of course, but it doesn't sound very Finnish manly. Is it common for people to be perpetually single? Perpetually long term? Well, it's just the fact that there are some people who do not find a partner. That can be for many reasons. Maybe they never go out, they may have very low self-esteem, they may have some social anxiety, and these people do exist, also in Finland. So that's just the truth, in my opinion. You have a beautiful accent. Thank you, Regia. Do Finnish women believe in long-distance relationships? Yep. I think there are, even at this moment, people who are in a long-distance relationships. I can understand what Aleksi says easily. Great accent. Thank you. My sexy Finnish accent. I do have a long distance relationship with this Bulgarian girl. Okay, interesting. Do Finnish women have high standards? Well, again, it depends what high standards mean, but I think everybody should have high standards to a certain extent. So what I mean by that is that do not settle down with anyone who doesn't meet your standards. I mean, and at the same time, do not try to find the perfect partner because you will end up looking forever. So, because there are some people who just randomly stumble on this one person, and they may end up in a toxic relationship where there could be abuse or something like that. So, in my opinion, it's always worth to go out with people and know your standards, what you like, what you don't like, what you can't stand, these kind of things. And then when a suitable candidate appears, wild sexy Finn appears, then you know you can make like a decision based on those. Okay, that got a little bit scientific, but Finnish sure sounds badass. Good stuff. Are Finnish women wary of guys who are not in Finland but who are not on Tinder? No, I wouldn't say so. I think Finns are open to date foreigners. As a Finnish woman, I am very much content being single, much rather than single than forced in a bad relationship. Yep, that's the thing. That's the thing. And now I end up somehow in some sort of residential area. What do you think of Tinder swindler? I actually saw that documentary and that was kind of funny because Finland was also involved. Finland was mentioned. Notorious Finnish smiles, very cute. Let's do it. Finnish smile. Do Finnish girls drink a lot? Beers in one evening, like 10 beers. That sounds like alcoholism to me, to be honest. I mean, I guess for some there could be problems like that, but that's alcoholism. I mean, that's definitely not an average. 10 such kids. I like this humor. What's the time? 5 to 8. Which area of Finland are you in? I think we're somewhere in Helsinki or Espoo. Marijuana is illegal, at least at the time of recording this video. I personally would learn the local language, but how open are Finns to dating and relationships in English? Completely open. I was just in a married wedding of my friend, and he married a Finnish woman, and the guy does not really speak Finnish that well. I mean, he knows like just a little bit, but that's definitely completely fine, no worries. Is sex on the first date common? Okay. It can happen, yes. But again, what I would advise is that what are your expectations? Like, just a second, I need to find out where. Yeah, I mean, if you are open for like something casual, then sex on the first date may be good. But if you're looking for something serious, then I would maybe wait until second or third date, because there's always the risk that the other person does not emotionally invest into you. And also, it's again good to state your intentions. If you're looking for long-term stuff, let them know early. But that can happen. That can happen. Okay, now we can again figure out where we are, because we have. Oh yeah, I can take the city bikes to home if I end up somewhere too far. Missä me ollaan? Kartanon grill. Can I DM you somewhere? Instagram. Kartanon grill. What is this neighborhood? Yes, I would like to know as well. Yeah, because I don't have Google to check. Well, I could, but then the stream would probably get interrupted in some way. But hey, I think I'm gonna just sit down somewhere, ask a few final questions, and then we can wrap this show up. Are we in Malmin kartano? Okay, that's interesting. That is interesting. Oh, my poor Finnish ass. Because I go to the gym. I had my leg day yesterday. Now we're walking for 2 hours almost. I wish I could come and live there. I mean, it's always possible if you can find a way. But yeah, you want to start being with the Finns, just do it and be open about it. In many cases, the Finnish part is really shy, timid, especially nowadays. Yeah. And I mean, the dating thing, it takes at least like a couple of months to go on dates and figure out how your chemistry and dynamics work, and then you kind of decide. That's at least how things have worked for me. So I've gone at least maybe, like I've been dating someone for like 3 to 4 months, and then I make the decision, okay, do I like her? Do we have good communication? Is the sex good? That's also important. Do we value things? Do we have similar future plans? For example, let's say we have talked about marriage and kids. So let's say if I would want kids and she wouldn't, then it wouldn't make sense to continue the relationship, right? And then it's more like a rational decision, I'd say. So, and then if it's like, okay, I think everything's going fine, should we just become official? And yeah, final reminder, dating in Finland masterclass coming in 2 weeks, like a webinar, where I will talk about more about these topics. You can sign up for free, link in the description. Enjoying and loving Helsinki would be enough love in life. Awesome. That's the spirit. That's also one thing about dating, is that you shouldn't date because you need someone in your life, but instead that the person would complement your life. So in other words, you are good on your own, but if you had someone, then you would just be like 2.0 version, or like a better, like a, to complement you. Not that you need to be like okay, or to be no, that didn't work out. But yeah, maybe you got the idea. So to start a relationship so that the other person complements you, not because you need to have something. My experience, women in Nordic countries are very dominant and masculine. If you're a guy like me, you'll be locking horns constantly. For women there, they are not submissive at all. I'm actually not. I actually agree to this some extent. So I think Nordic women are, because they're equal, they can be a little bit bossy, and they do not expect that the man takes care of everything. They also want to be part of, like, equal partner in the relationship. For example, making decisions and stuff like that. So yeah, at least my ex-girlfriends haven't been like submissive. Of course, it depends. It really depends what you mean by submissive. But my previous girlfriends have been kind of, they bring up their thoughts, and they also want to make decisions and these kind of things. So I do agree with this statement. They tell you in the face if they like you. Yeah, also true. Of course, there are some shy people, little bit bossy, maybe a little bit bossy. Yeah, I think my current girlfriend, she can definitely be a little bit bossy too. How are you feeling the most recent budget? Well, I'm not the right person to comment on that. Of course, they're taking, because the debt is increasing quite a bit, so it will be more difficult for the future governments to find ways how they can get rid of the debt in the future. My Finnish boyfriend is very much like the stereotype, which is funny. Okay, that's cool. If a man wants to take control to a certain degree, it's always a good thing. Yeah, I mean, that's also like, I think women in general, they like a man who leads and takes control and, you know, is in control. But when it comes down to, like, in the later stage of the relationship, then the woman also wants to, you know, take part and so on. Hypergamy is real. I think that's probably how it works. Okay, let's take a few more questions because it's getting a little bit chilly, and I need to figure out how I get home from here. But yeah, let's take a few more questions. Woo, I think these are good exercises, these walks, so I also get a little bit of rid of my dad. But are gold diggers common? I wouldn't say, well, because I guess gold diggers would be attracted to very rich people. So, because I'm not a very rich guy, so I don't have personal experience on that. But I think gold diggers exist everywhere, in my opinion. Also in Finland. So, Aleksi, what about the idea I pitched you on? Should I contact you? Yeah, just send me again, probably, because I get quite many messages. At what age do they marry normally in Finland? This is a great question. So I just made some research for this for my dating course, and the average age, I think in 2020 or 2021 was 30, or was it 30? I think it was 30, like early 30s. So Finns actually get married quite late. Well, I guess it depends where, but yeah. So it's definitely early 30s when people get married. And I think the reason is because, of course, getting married can be expensive, because if you want to arrange like a proper wedding, of course there are cheaper ways to do it. And marriage is not very popular as it used to be, like, let's say 10 or 20 years ago. Alex's Instagram is the description. Yep, you can find all the important links there. My Finnish one came to my country after 2 years and is not committing. Oh, that sounds... I learned some Finnish too.
Aika se tulee, kato
Oho.
selfieä mukaan.
Joo, meillä on kans koira kotona, niin... Joo, okay. That was funny. The dog entered the selfie, that's funny. How about interracial relationship? Is it common? I don't know the statistics, but they definitely happen. I don't see... they do happen. Why divorce is common in Finland? I think divorce is quite common everywhere nowadays, but I think it's around 50% of marriages end up in divorce. And to be honest, I don't know why the reasons are. I've never been married, so I don't know from first hand, but there are just a number of reasons probably. And I think the reasons are the same just in like any country. I don't think there's any Finland specific reason. Does marriage have tax advantages in Finland? Actually, this is an interesting question, and I think the answer is no. There may be some small things, but this is not, at least this is not very much discussed, like getting married because of tax advantages. No, I don't think so. There are like a few things, but I think they're related to kids. But I would say mostly no, but I could be wrong. But that's what I think. Personal finance is the biggest reason people divorce. Could be. For how long do you think they can give me the residence permit card? As long as it depends on your grounds. It's difficult to say if you come for work, studies. Finns still file taxes individually if they're married. I think that's also true. I do help my girlfriend file taxes because she doesn't really care about taxes, and I'm more like a personal finance dude. Okay. I come for work. Well, it depends if you're like a special. What is it, like a specialist or these like things? Another good question from Kodsak. Are shared finances common? Okay. So I think the equality also happens in financial department. For example, me and my girlfriend, we have a joint account where we at the beginning of each month we send like a certain amount of money, and then from that pool of money we pay joint costs like mortgage, electricity, groceries, and if let's say if we go on a trip together, these kind of things. But then if we buy any personal stuff, let's say I buy a new jacket or my girlfriend goes to party and buys a few drinks for herself, then we pay from our own account or personal costs. And I think it makes kind of sense. Common costs we pay together, personal costs separately. This is how it works. I'm not sure if every couple in Finland does it this way, but of course it really depends how are your income levels. So let's say if the other one is still studying, the other one is already working, then of course there can be differences. But I think this is how it works. My coworker just got married to a Finn. Okay, they are an international couple. Good stuff, Jasmine. Okay, I think it's time to wrap up this stream. Almost 2 hours in. Wow, this is a long stream. And thank you again so much for the other questions, comments. I really enjoyed the conversation. Make sure to sign up for the webinar. Link in the description. I will also remind about this later, but you can just quickly fill out the form. Follow me on Instagram for more good stuff and links in the description. So thank you again, everybody. See you soon and have a great Thursday. See you soon. Bye.